Hello students, welcome to my channel. This is Viresh. You are watching Virus Academy YouTube channel. And this video will definitely give you an exemption in the corporate and economic law, that is paper 4. So watch the video till the end. This is very useful content I am going to present to you. And so before starting this chart that I have prepared, if I ask you a question that what's your biggest challenge in covering the corporate and economic laws? Can I tell you? It is not the complexity, it is the portion that you are not able to cover. Especially in this last 30 to 35 days, on the day before the exam, we end up covering only 50 to 60%, even lesser than that. So our confidence levels will go down and we won't able to perform well in the examination. That is the main challenge. So what if I tell you out of the entire portion, and this is the portion where you need to give the first preference, and this is the portion you give the second preference, and the least preference is the third category. If I give you the entire corporate and economic law, that kind of a chart, how does that help you? That will definitely help you. That will actually a game changer, and you will actually get a exemption in this chapter, even though you have not targeted in your earlier preparation. That's the beauty of this chart. Okay, and I hope this initiative will definitely help you. And if you feel that this will help you, please like, share and subscribe to this channel and share this chart with your friends. Also ask them to watch this video. Okay, and this is the chart that I have prepared. And if you see here, sections in the column A, that is section was there and description was there, and number of times this particular concept, particular provision was asked in the exam, and the marks that they have, this particular provision was asked in the exam, and the study preference. And the study preference also I have given you here, and which provision that needs to be studied first and which needs to be studied at the last. Okay, I took the last 6 years papers. So usually institute will go for the past 5 years to repeat the question from the past 5 years examination, but I took a 2017 sixth year also on a safer side. From 2017 to 2022, that is total 12 attempts, I covered it here. So if you see here 2020 to 2021, I have not given any bifurcation for the 2022 under 2022 May November. So I intentionally avoided that because if particular section was asked in the continuously in the May, so students feel like this will get asked only in the May, this won't get asked in the November. So I want to avoid such kind of probability predictions, etc. So I have not given you any bifurcation like that. So it is a year wise marks are available here. And this is not just for this chapter, and I have created for the even for the academic class also. If you see, and the second, this is still the this is directors and inspection, inquiry and investigation, compromise, arrangements, amalgamation, all the chapters of the corporate law as well as the academic laws. Just a minute, I will go to the academic laws portion here. So if you see arbitration and money laundering act and FEMA, SEBI, everything was covered in this material. Okay, all the corporate and economic class chapter. So we will take one of the chapter as an example to explain how to use this particular chart. Okay, and I'm going to take one of the chapter, that is inspection, inquiry and investigation. Just a minute. Yeah, inspection, inquiry and investigation. So if you see section 206 to section 229 is covering the inspection, inquiry and investigation. In this chapter, there are all three categories were there. We will see which are the provisions which are covered under the category number 1. That is the most important. You should not avoid. You should study before going to the exam. Okay. And first one is investigation by SFIO. That is a Serious Fraud Investigation Office. That is category number 1. And second, investigation by an order made by the tribunal. These are the questions number of multiple times asked, and more number of marks weightage was given to these provisions in this chapter. And protection of employees during the investigation. This is the favorite for the institute. And the last one, imposition of restriction upon security. This is also favorite for the institute. So these are the provisions most number of times asked by the institute. If you study these first and then go to the second category, second category is moderately important and not asked much number of times, but it is equally important. Okay, so category number 2, power of registrar and all other things will come as a category number 2. So once you complete category 1 and category 2, and there are category 3 also, where institute has not tested in the last 6 years, that means last 12 attempts in the examination. So these are least important. And you should cover this also. You should not leave anything in CA exam, but this should also you should cover, but you should give a no least priority and the third priority to these provisions. So once you complete the category 1 and category 2, if you don't have a time, still you are on a safe job, right? That is the advantage of this chart. Let's see the headers of this particular chart, then we can move ahead from this chart. Okay, and if you can see here, break up year wise marks and break up year wise number of questions. For last 6 years, I included the number of questions, number of times this particular provision was asked, as well as the number of marks that it was asked. Okay, and you can see the section description. These are all self-explanatory. You can download, and the link to this material is available in the description box, and you can download directly from there. And now, so while doing this analysis now, so I actually came to know one or two interesting points that I want to share it with you. Even those are surprising for me as well. And let me open that. And before going to that, there is one more thing. I created an Excel for this category 1, category 2, and category 3, which are study preference 1, 2, and 3. Because on the day before the exam, you need not actually search in this chart and tick mark one category all and complete that. So I created a separate Excel for the same for your easy and quick reference. Let me open that. This is the Excel. And if you see study preference 1, all the provisions which are related to study preference 1 were covered here. And similarly, and if you say study preference 2 related, all the provisions were covered here, and as well as the study preference 3 also. So on the day before the exam, you can actually start from this study preference 1 and complete that and go to the second and go to the third. It's easy and quick for your revision. Lastly, I have two to three observations, interesting observation that I want to share with you before closing this video. Okay, and if I ask you a question from the last 12 attempts from last 6 years, which is the provision highest number of times where highest number of marks institute is asked from the law subject? Which is that provision? That is section 197. Section 197 provisions related to managerial recommendation is asked in multiple number of times. Total 10 times it asked for almost for 41 marks. Okay, that is one of the fact. And second, and we all know that directors chapter is the most crucial chapter. It is contributing the major part of this question paper, that is paper number 4. And apart from that, there are 5 other chapters which are contributing after the directors chapter, the majority of the question paper. So which are those? First is IBC. This also it is predictable, because a minimum 10 marks it will be asked from this particular chapter. And there is surprisingly Money Laundering Act, which is a smaller act compared with other acts, but there are a consistent number of marks were asked by the institute. And inspection, inquiry, and investigation, this is surprising for me. This is all procedural content was there in this chapter, but still institute is focusing much on that. Okay, and miscellaneous provisions of the Companies Act 2013, we all will leave these provisions, penalty related and ROC related and other stuff. So we used to leave this chapter, but this is the third majority. This is the all I ordered in a descending way. Okay, and from highest to the lowest. So miscellaneous provisions is the fourth one, which is the major contributor. Okay, to your question paper. And lastly, this is the FCRA. FCRA 2010 Act is the fifth one. This is after directors chapter. So these are the major chapter contributing to your question paper. So you plan your revision accordingly. Okay, and the last interesting fact is that there are total in my when I complete the chapter, when I complete my entire analysis and I see the chart, there are total 496 different concepts was covered in this chart. 496. So you are studying almost 500 different concepts from different laws. So such a proud feeling as a CA student. And there are total 496 provisions, out of which institute is focusing only on 85 provisions and asking from those 85 provisions almost 76% of the marks. Only 85 provisions. These I have categorized as study preference 1. And there are other 62 provisions contributing to 20% of marks. So category 1 and 2 combinedly almost covering 96% of your question paper. And category 3 containing almost 349 provisions covering only 4% of the marks. That is study preference 3. So this is the smartest way to prepare. Complete the study preference 1 and 2 and jump on to the study preference 3 and complete as maximum as possible, and don't leave it for anything. This is a CA exam, and you have to study everything. But for study preference number 1, if you revise for 3 times, and you study preference number 3 you revise only 1 time, that is sufficient. That is the only intention of creating this. And I'm going to give you a disclaimer. My intention of creating this is help you to revision. If you are reading for the November 23 and this is your first reading, please don't go through this video, and there is a lot of time is available for you. You go through the each and every provision, understand the concepts better. My intention of creating this chart is only for the revision for the upcoming examination, that is May 2023. Okay, and you all know that at a CA final level you understand what I mean. And lastly, the last point is sorry, and point number 6. So I don't have the MCQs with me from the last 5 years, whatever MCQs institute is asking, because they are not releasing it. So in my mark sheet, in my chart, MCQs related portion was not included. So this is point to be noted. And these are all the facts, these are all the points. I hope this video is very, very useful, and you please encourage me by liking this video and by sharing this video and subscribing to my channel and providing your valuable feedback in the comment section. That's all helpful to me. That's all engaging with you all and provide a more quality content. Thank you all for watching, and this is all I have. And if you want any other videos from my channel, and those are videos are available, and Core Memory Trick 2020, Memory Trick and Budget 2023, and FEMA Trick, and for current account transactions and advanced rulings chapter is also available in my channel, and channel link is available for your subscription. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting. Bye. This is Viresh. You are watching Virus Academy YouTube channel. Signing off. Bye.